doing? Let's see if I can get into the chat. Hi.
I should probably pull that up too.
Hey, Stasi. Sarah. Paris. What's everybody reading? Okay, well, hi, I'm Tiffany. If it's your first time here, this is the second reading sprints that we have. I am very excited to do reading sprints. This is actually the first on my channel, so I'm glad I get to do it for the Readathon. And I am currently reading Resisting Mr. Granville, okay, by Sam Mariano. He's making it difficult for Kennedy. And I think we should just all go around and introduce ourselves and share what we're reading. Let us know what you're reading in the chat, too. I love getting Rex.
I'm Melissa from Book Bar, and I am reading Black by Sophie Lark. It's the last book in the Underworld series, and it's one of my last Sophie Lark books I got to read. I've read her whole backlist.
Nice.
It's good so far. But you can tell it's an older, like, it was one of her first written books. So
I didn't recognize that title.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. It's definitely, I think it's the second book she ever published. So it is definitely older.
Victoria, Jessin, hi. How about you, Jess? What are you reading?
Oh, me? I am reading Crow by A. Zavarelli. I think it's Enemies to Lovers. I don't know anything else about it.
I kept seeing that go around. Is it Mafia? Isn't it Mafia?
I think so. I haven't started it. I just finished my last book, so I'm about to start it now.
Oh my gosh. I loved Restore Me. It's a favorite. It's a favorite. It literally is a favorite. Oh, what is that? You guys are reading gems. What about you, Carrie? What are you reading?
Hi, I'm Carrie. I'm with Book for Romance, and I'm reading Heart of Iron by Beck McMasterson. Beck McMaster. I'm famous for slurring authors' names, just totally butchering them. So, welcome to my. If you come to my channel, that's what you're gonna hear.
I actually want to read her next month for Pharaoh Feb. Yes, Irish Mafia. That's what I was thinking. I've been seeing it on so many lists, but I wanted to read her. There was like a steampunk paranormal one that she has, Kiss of Steel, I think, that I want to try.
That sounds good.
That's book 1 to this.
Oh, it is?
It was good. You'll like it.
Okay, I have to move that up. I gotta move that up.
You'll like it. I just started. This is book 2, so I'm really excited. It's good. I liked it.
How are you liking it, Jessin?
I want to read that one.
I still really like this one, so it's definitely on the TBR.
Is it? Okay, yeah, I've got to read Kiss of Steel. I'm like, I don't know why it took me so long to pick this up. You know, because I'm reading it physically, so that kind of slows me down a little bit. But Sam Mariano just does a dark, coercive hero.
Well, do you remember when we picked this up? We picked this up together.
Yes.
And then that's why I started book 1, because this is book 5.
Oh my God.
So.
I've got to go back to that bookstore, you know.
Yes, it's in your neighborhood.
That bookstore, I was convinced that, because I'm in Vegas and like I've been here for about a year, I was convinced that we didn't have any romance bookstores. I kept looking for it. You know, I found one that was called the Library. It was a strip club. Like it's just been difficult, right? And then Christy and everybody comes into town and Christy finds this bookstore and it's a freaking gem. I got like most of the Maiden Lane series by Elizabeth Waite. Like we got so many good books there. So I have to go back.
It was fun hanging out with you guys there. I had a blast.
There's so many beautiful step backs. No thoughts yet. The heroine is in heart failure. Oh my God. Okay. See, this is why I need romance. You know, when things are getting a little touch and go there, like the second and Jennifer Hartman's duet, I know that we're going to get an HEA. Oh, I cannot wait. So I'm jealous because this one got an arc of Powerless. So
I saw that. I was also jealous.
6 stars for her. So I'm so excited. I am so excited. I cannot wait. I can't wait for that.
It's so fun when you're friends with all these booktubers and they get all the arcs and you're just like, how was it?
Yeah, because I just want to see. I'm like, I just want to see, feel it out. And when people have been saying such great things, so I'm so excited. Monica, hi, Monica.
Yeah, she said last night. She said that it overtook Heartless, and I'm like, ah!
Oh my god.
I haven't even read Flawless yet, so I want to do a whole what is it, reading vlog with like Flawless, Heartless, and Powerless all in the go. I was like,
yes. You got to film that. I
I'm
know
going
that's what Christy
to.
said. Christy was like, I'm gonna save it, for after the readathon, and it's gonna be on KU. It counts.
Oh, doesn't it count for the readathon? Because technically, it's on a Kindle.
Yeah. And it'll be on KU when it comes out to the general public. So
totally counts.
That logic tracks. Okay. Oh my gosh. So
literally all the hosts are saying it counts. It counts.
Yes, Carrie.
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm in the middle of the night, like hiding in like any nook and cranny you can find in my house because it's like 2 a.m. Because I read late at night. Like I don't read during the day.
Rarely. I loved your last vlog that you did with Crystal. I loved that.
I still have to watch that. I want to watch that one because I'm really curious about the Serpent and Wings of Night book. That's what you guys read, right?
Yeah.
We read 2. So we read the Holly Renee. What is it? I always mix up these names.
Oh, it Stars so and
Shadow or
yeah.
No, you're probably right. Like, and then the other one's the Serpent and the Wings of Night. Yeah, you got that one for sure. I had to say that one 7 times because it was such a tongue twister. It's like.
That's what Crystal was saying. I like because you shared your theories as you went, and that's always the fun part. You know what I mean? Like as you're reading, like what? So I love that. I thought.
Well, I did a non-spoiler and a spoiler because I don't. Okay, help me out, guys. How do you do a reading vlog without spoilers? Like,
I break it up into sections. So like the first part, I'll like do a spoiler free, and then I'll go into like my spoilery thoughts.
Okay. Okay.
I'm taking notes. Because like, I speak in a very, I don't know, riddly way. So I feel like I just talk and try to keep elements out. But
I usually am like, I read the first 10%, I read the next 25%. So like the further you go along in the vlog, the more spoiled you'll get, like thing. And then at the end I do non-spoilers. So I'm like, whatever. It works. It works as best as it can.
I loved it.
Thank you. That's so sweet.
It was good. Oh yeah, she did. Christy Cave. Oh yes. Okay. I'm so excited that everyone's reading it. I cannot wait to see everyone's thoughts. I was so happy when I saw that 6-star review. She has become very popular.
Yep.
And like that normally I'm not a person that like scoffs at hype. If something is good and people are liking it, there's a reason for it. I typically with hype, I either like to jump on the book right away, or I like to let everybody's reviews wash over me, and then I'll wait, for a while and come back at it so I can kind of look at the book through my own lens. But she's definitely been popular for good reason.
Yeah. See, that's hard too. Hyped books. Like I always am like, oh gosh, my expectation has just been raised.
Oh, Justin's got some. You say non-spoilery things and then put up a tag when you move on to the spoilers. I love when she does that. The little
she does a good job too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think I speak in riddles. Thank you, Monica. I should put, you can skip around because I tend to like gush for like 7 minutes and I'm editing it and I'm like, Tiffany, we could have said that in 2 sentences. Hi, Crystal.
Hi, Crystal.
People like to hear all the thoughts though. Like, remember when I was bugging you to get a YouTube channel and you'd have these really long Instagram posts or stories? And I'm like, girl, you need a channel.
I know.
You have all the good thoughts.
Thank you. It took me a long time to like start one because I was like, yeah, it's so exciting though when you follow an author and then they blow up, right? It is.
And then you claim you found them first.
Mel, I know, right? Mel, thank you. Mel has bound me. Beautiful freaking fix. She is talented and a freaking goddess, and she does it out of the kindness of her heart. I love you, Belle. Hi. Oh my god.
I always
So
love seeing her Instagrams with her.
I
fit.
know they're stunning. I just like if I had the skill set, I could see how that would get. I would get completely out of control. I would be binding everything. I would be. I had 3 hours to footage it and edit it down to 57. I talked way too much. Right? I'm like, girl, that's all it is. Ooh. Okay, The Serpent and the Wings of Night was so good. I want to pick up her other books so now bad. I cannot wait to read it. I have it on my, would it suffice for Pharaoh Feb? I have it on my Pharaoh Feb. Yeah.
Definitely.
I just did a Pharaoh Feb TBR. That's one of the books or one of the series I put in there, The Daughter of No Worlds or something.
That one I have.
First book of that.
That's the first, yeah, because Crystal was singing its praises, and I was like, okay, I'm definitely going to be reading that. I cannot wait for that.
Well,
Yeah,
Justin said
minority, I didn't love it, but everyone else seems to really enjoy it.
Wait, you didn't like The Daughter of No Worlds?
I thought it was okay. I'm going to continue with the series, but I gave it like 3.5 stars.
Okay. Yeah, no, I like to hear. I know Justin really liked it too. That's the.
Oh, Victoria. Yes. I mean, and it's a month long. Pharaoh Feb is for an entire month. So I'm always like, it's hard for me to finalize it. Plus, I'm such a moody, auto-buying kind of reader. And I'm very easily influenced. This is why I have loved this readathon. Seeing what everybody else is reading has moved everything up for me. Like, I've gotten so many good recs. That's why I love a readathon.
Well, it's funny.
And I love seeing everyone's, when they've tagged us and everything, I'm like, oh, okay, I like this one.
I know. I'm like, I feel spoiled. I'm like, boom, boom, boom. I'm like, okay, I'm adding this.
I've added so much to my TBR because of what people have tagged us in. I'm just like, that sounds good. That also sounds good.
Oh, I can't wait to read it. Oh, okay. You heard
See, and that's what I get nervous about making these TBR videos, because I made a January one and I read nothing off the TBR video I did, and I didn't even post it. I'm like, I can't even post this.
Like, I mean, I make so many TBRs and don't stick to them, but I feel like it's a guideline. It's a parameter.
Exactly.
It's things that I think as I keep making them, I realize book clubs, readathons, and then like, the endless TBR. I'm always just going to be like interchangeably putting those things out. So.
I made my TBRs a lot shorter, so it's just like readathons, read-alongs, and books like I know I'm going to read.
Right. I like that too. And then do like an honorable mentions if I get to them.
Yeah. Because it's like I could make that thing 30 books. Like next month with the novellathon, I'm not going to sit up there and add my 32 novellas that I plan on reading. Yeah. I mean,
I play a game for my TBR, but it's Uno, so it's like seven books, and I'm like, I can read 7 books in a month, and then that gives me time to like mood read along with the books that I pick.
Right.
You guys are giving me gems. I get by with my friends. I'm thinking, I'm playing with banners here, my first reading sprint. I'm thinking we should do a 40-minute sprint, and then we'll, reconvene. And then I think we should do a second sprint of 30 minutes. Okay. And yeah, so it might be a little long. I have some lo-fi music as the sound.
Show me your ways, Tiffany, because this looks cool.
Oh, thank you. Okay, let's see. Am I doing this correctly? Yes. Okay, it's working. All right. So it looks like, what time is it? We'll sprint until 12:55 PST. So I'll hit start. And I'll mute because I'm very loud. Okay. welcome back. How far did everyone get?
I did the adult thing and switched my laundry over. So, that was fun. And then I got another like 20% in. So I'm at like 40%.
I got halfway through.
You are such a fast reader. I'm not even playing. Like,
Yeah.
I swear you could finish that in 2 hours.
Yeah, I think this might take me like another 2.5, maybe. That's like another
That's
2.5.
crazy. I cannot read books physically that fast.
No, not in a million years. But you're good, girl. Like, hey.
I'm not tabbing too. Like, I mean, I just got to a part where I was like, come on, Sam. Like, this just got, because I know Jen's read this. I know that Tori's read this, but I haven't like watched anything about it. So I just went in not knowing. And this is bonkers in the most delicious way. And I don't know why I get shocked every time. Why? Oh my God. She's just, Tori! She's just doing it. Hi, girl. How far did you get, Jess?
I got 18% in. So it's Boston Mafia. And so far, I'm absolutely loving it.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Carrie.
I got about 15% in. I got kind of sidetracked with like eating and IG. So like I'm bouncing around everywhere. But yeah, it's werewolves. So like the first one was like vampires and now it's moving into werewolves. So yeah.
I'm getting on that series. I'm starting it next month. I'm gonna try to catch up so we can talk about it. No, because I know, like I've heard great things about her writing from Crystal. So I definitely trust that. Then Rachel said Kiss of Steel was so good. Like, I think it's time. I'm excited.
Well, yeah, because she did that Promise. What was that one? Promise something or other. I forget what that one was. But I heard that Crystal really liked that one too. So it was like, I feel like I've seen this person around everywhere. So I'm like, it's time.
And I had her on my TBR last year and I just never, iced out. I keep seeing that everywhere. I need to.
Mm-hmm.
I finished Restore Me. Yes. I feel you on the stretching gears. I'm still getting in the groove of all the Britishisms in The Last Kiss. The heroine's thoughts are all over the place. I'm just trying to catch up. I feel you. I'm telling you, I need to read Sophie Surrender. This is working for me. It is working for me. And like, surprisingly, my favorite character is Jonathan, his oldest son. Every decision that he makes sense to me. I may not like, his tactics and the way that he sees her, but like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. April. Yes. Right? Britishisms. Oh, how are you?
I feel like the only time. Go ahead, Carrie.
No. I talk way too much. You go for it, Melissa.
I feel like the only time Melissas are ever in books, they're like the bitchy character.
Melissa. I'm never in a book, so I don't ever have like any issues. And like my family member names, like my dad's name's Robert, I never run across that in a book. You know what I mean? Or my brother's name. So I typically kind of get away with like not having to be reminded of anything, and like family members being like a hero's name. Like, I don't have like a brother named Dante. That would be difficult. Yeah.
Isn't that Victoria's brother or Dom? Dom's Victoria's brother or something?
Oh yeah, Dom.
That must be rough because there's so many Doms as like love interests.
Victoria, quote me on that one. I'm pretty sure. That one book I wanted to tell you was Promise of Darkness. I was looking that up. That's why I was looking down. But that was by McMasters or whatever.
Yeah. Melissa, Jennifer. Ashley. Like what happened with what's wrong with Ashley? Ashley's always like on television. It's always Ashley or Stephanie. I I think it's the way that it rolls off. Yeah, I don't know. I know that there's someone with a family member named Enzo. Enzo was very popular last year. Like Enzo just kept popping up, and I loved it. I fell in love with a lot of Enzos.
Mafia Madman, is that Enzo?
Yeah. Does it hurt? That was Enzo. I was like, okay, Enzo's making a comeback. I was like, what is it? I forgot. I'm trying to remember. Other than Dante Dom, there's another name, and I don't know why. It's like escaping me. Damien, you know.
I just feel like with the fantasy world, like I never run into names because they're all just so like they're putting letters or first names of others combined with last names. I don't know. Like I've never run into any of these names before.
I have like a habit of, I love listening and reading fantasy at the same time so I can absorb everything.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, just so I can like, and I love my tabs and all of that. It's like, I feel like I am mapping. I want to be engrossed in it because it's hard to keep up with everything. I did that with, I've done that with a lot of my fantasies. But like
Right.
Heart of Blood and Ash, I had to do that because in the beginning of A Heart of Blood and Ashes, there's so much going on that like, you know, I have to keep track of it. That's like how my brain works, like visually, writing it down.
That's in my February TBR. I really want to start that series. I've heard such good things.
And it's perfect because the third in the series is finally coming out this year. So it's like the perfect time to jump on with that. Oh, same. I was in the middle of a steamy scene as well. A shocker. And I'm like, wait. There were like 14 seconds left, and I was like, why? Oh my God. Oh, girl, enjoy. Oh my God. That's an absolute favorite.
That's a cute one. I like that one.
There are so many baddie Sloanes. Are you like now? I'm just feeling like if Sloane is the heroine's name, I'm picking it up. I just feel like
Is it Entourage? There's an HBO show that has
Sloane.
a
Yes.
Yeah. Sloane.
Okay. And she's Sloane was a baddie from that show too. He was in love with her. That was the love of his life. Right? Sloane is everywhere. I could do an all these specific rec video. You should, Jen, please. Because there are so many Sloanes. Oh, I would love to see that if you did that. I swear it's becoming like a moniker I can like stand by. I usually have to start reading fantasies physically, and then I can switch to audio once I got the names down. That's a good practice. Yeah.
Not only the names, but like the map, like the count, like everything that's happening in each region. It's hard.
Yeah. Oh, I don't see too many stuff. You're unique. Okay. You are unique. I would actually, that would be an amazing like heroine name. And this way you spell it. Like, I would love to see that in a book.
It's funny because my name's so generic, but I hardly ever see my name too. Like Carrie.
I don't see like any Jessicas, and it's a very popular name.
Isn't that crazy?
Right.
You're right. Yeah, I'm not seeing Tiffany in books. And I'm not mad at I've seen Tiffany in books, but not, you know. I love a map.
But your name's iconic, Tiffany. Like Breakfast at Tiffany's, like.
Yeah, my mother was gonna name me Yayla Akula, and my dad put a veto on that real quick. I'm very happy. Yes, I will be reading fantasy romance next month. I'm not gonna finalize my TBR. I just keep throwing things on it, but there are things I've just like let move to the top, like first priority.
Right.
My entire TBR for next month is fantasy romance.
Tori.
Yeah, agreed, Tori. I can't even recall Tori ever.
Okay. Tori sounds like you're that like high school crush slow-mo, like walking past the lockers type of name. Like it's Tori. You know that slow-mo 90s like high school movie? That's that name. I love it. And yes. Oh, I cannot wait to see you vlog that, Jen, because Funny Feelings made me cry too. Tara DeWitt's writing is just so smart and cutting in the way that she can get trauma, but like make it warm and relatable.
I mean, the way she wrote that daughter was just.
Oh my God, right? And the fact that he's just trying to like keep things going, you know? He's doing his best to be the best dad he could be. Oh, Jessica is in Losers. Yes!
I haven't read that yet.
So
So
right.
I'm gonna pick it up soon.
You are so right. You need to read yourself live, okay? And that duet, I need to finish it. I need to finish that duet so bad. Oh, yeah, Funny Feelings is so freaking good. All February, it's gonna be all fantasy. Tori is not a stripper name. Stop!
I don't think so.
No.
Even, I mean,
It
that's
is
not
like
a bad
one of
tip.
those.
Get your tip, girl. Get your tip. Okay. Yeah, I think that's a good tactic. Because I definitely have a TBR of some like, and then, you know, it's all month. So my favorite thing is being like, getting to see also how we like broaden the scope of what's fantasy. Because sometimes, you know, I'll get a fantasy romance that has some werewolves in there. I would normally consider something to be paranormal, but because of the magical system, you know what I mean? So I like, you know, blurring those boundaries during that month and
I
seeing what
count
everybody
it. Fantasy is like non-realistic world. Like, I'm sorry, like if it has vampires or werewolves, I count it in fantasy.
Anyone reading
Yeah.
books by Black authors for Black History Month in February, I know there will be some Black readathons happening. I definitely am.
I know. I need to find. Does Stacey Reed have like a historical fantasy romance out there? 'Cause I'd be all about that.
Oh, that would be awesome. Well, yeah,
That
I
would
mean,
be amazing.
I have Pharaoh Feb reads, but then I just have like my backlists that I'm just trying to get through.
Right.
Especially for like the novellathon. I wanted to put Honesty Price on there because she has a ton of like Black love like novellas. And
Right.
so like I love her already, but she has an entire series just based on like, you know, relationships on this cruise. So I want to get to that one. Like
Right.
I'm gonna be
Can
trying
we
to overlap.
can we like petition like Brittany C. Cherry to like do a fantasy romance and be like, hey girl.
Right? That would be awesome.
I wish some of these authors that I love that write contemporary or whatnot or historical, I'm like, hey, what do you think about maybe writing fantasy?
Oh, I would love if Stacey Reed wrote fantasy. That would be like,
Yeah,
she could do it.
me too. I know, because she's already writing historicals. It's kind of like not, I mean, you have to make a magic system, but it's not like that far of a jump.
Yeah, or you can like make it urban fantasy, you know?
True.
Like a
Yeah.
retelling. I'd love to see her do like a retelling.
Oh yeah. Like, of course, everybody's done Beauty and the Beast, but maybe pick like another one that hasn't been
Yeah.
done a lot.
Oh, I feel you. This is a banger TBR. You've been hitting banger after banger after banger. Emotional, ride that wave. Yes, it's gonna be a huge busy. Yes, she does. She does have a paranormal series.
Oh, she does.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be finding that.
I'm looking it up now.
Because I'm going to read Stacey Reed's her whole backlist. Like that is going to happen this year.
Yeah, I love The Matter of a Temptation.
That was really cute.
Yeah, Stacey's freaking awesome. Nope, Stacey writes everything. She writes everything, not just Black love. She writes everything historical, paranormal. Her genre is vast. She can draft you into trauma that I've never experienced, but make me believe it. Like My Darling Duke, I absolutely loved. She has a lot of rep in her books. All of like A Matter of Temptation was one of my favorites last year. Heroines that are ahead of their time.
Scoundrel of Her Own.
Yeah, like, you know.
Sorry, I had to throw that one in there too.
Yes, she does. She has a huge backlist. Oh.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. I think that they only have like a few in their backlist, and really it's like 40.
Yay, from Blood and Ash.
So
Both of those are great, Lizzo.
yeah, me too.
Yep.
Try to like intermix the two readathons.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I have like the Novellathon, Pharaoh Febs all month. Like everything's always overlapping for me, whether it's a readathon or a book club.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm not just picking up BIPOC authors because it's, February. That's like,
right.
If we should be reading Black authors all year,
Right.
Yeah.
Correct.
I read a CCJ for this readathon.
Oh, I know. I was putting that on, and it's so crazy. She's on KU. The audiobook is on Hoopla. It's small town. Did you love it? It's been on my TBR.
I did. It was so good. I'd been putting it off because I was like terrified that it was gonna like break me. But it was, I mean, Christina C. Jones just has a way with words that like, it was emotional, but at the same time it wasn't like overly emotional, like where I'm like sobbing. But like I had and she writes some really good steamy scenes. So
my most recent from her is good too.
And it's like it starts out as hate sex, which is like one of my favorite things.
I need to read that because isn't he all
it's really good
out there and then doesn't realize that like she's not just like some tourist and I gotta read it. My most recent from her was behind the scenes, and that was just same thing. Like it was heavy hitting because they both are trying to like forge their own like careers and paths so they could relate in that way. But then it was like forbidden because it's like workplace, but it was sexy. Yeah. I definitely recommend Behind the Scenes. They're looking for a Black love romance. And the way that she talks about like, the duty and burden of Black excellence. I loved that. She just knows how to write it. I gotta read it. I've got to move it up. It was on my TBR because of Brie from In Love with Words. Like she loves Christina C. Jones. So I'm like, I need to move it up. I was happy to see it. Like seeing what everybody's reading in the ratings. Oh, it's like damaging my TBR. It's just making it bigger. Like I'm like grateful for all the rest, making it longer and longer. Yes. Okay. The live show is next month for which live show? There's so many.
Right.
There are so many live shows next month. I'm excited about it. It's gonna be a busy month. Like it's gonna be crazy.
Our From Blood and Ash one is on Saturday. So that might have been what she was talking about.
Is that next Saturday? Or what?
Plug it, Jess. Tell us.
Yeah.
What you ready for? There you go. Thank you, Tori.
There we go. Here we go. February 4th, Saturday. What time?
2 p.m. EST.
There we go.
There you go. If you read it.
Oh, I'll be on there. Daniel Allen. Yes. I still, don't tell Jess. I still need to read Business Casual. I need to read it. It's on my TBR. I need to read it. I could probably get that in during the readathon. I think it's on KU. And it's under 300 pages. I know because it keeps pulling up on my queue. I have reminder books.
In 2 hours, so you got this.
Yeah. Yes, 2 p.m. Eastern on Jess's channel.
On my channel,
yes. Them. It is on February 4th. Yes. Okay. I think we can do one more sprint. How are we thinking? 40 minutes, 30 minutes?
I'm good with whatever.
Yeah, I'm fine with either.
Okay, let's do one more 40-minute sprint. See, it's only like 280 pages. Yeah, I could probably do that for this readathon.
Oh, yeah. You'll kick that so fast.
Christy really likes it, yeah. 40, yay! Okay, the chat has spoken. We are going to do a 40-minute sprint. I'm in the thick of my steamy scene right now, so we're going to get back to that. Let me shadow my screen.
You've got to show me how to do this, Tiffany, because I've got alert.
Heck yeah, I'm gonna show you how to do this. I literally just taught myself how to share the screen maybe like 30 minutes before because I realized I'm like, I've never done an actual reading sprint. So I'm like, how do I switch back? It's easy. So we can
I've done reading sprints, but I've never shared the screen before or like put up the timer.
right? I'm like, I don't this is all new. So thank you for like boosting my ego. Making me think I'm because I'm over here like learning in public. Okay, for 40 minutes, I'm gonna start the timer. It's 1:16. Let's do this. I will be sure to mute. Happy reading. Sorry, I had to I was unmuted. How was it?
I'm loving mine so much.
Yeah. Okay. I gotta.
What are you reading, Jess?
Crow.
Oh, that's right.
A. Zavarelli, I think, is the author. But it's getting good.
Oh my god. So was mine. This is kind of I can't really. I didn't know what to expect. I was just on board for it's Sam Mariano, but I'm loving this. I don't want to put it down, and I have work today. So rude.
Rude.
Oh my god. Let me see.
Yeah, mine's kind of boring, but it's fine. It's weird. It's written in third person.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, it's one of her early books, so that's probably why.
Oh, what's her favorite in the series?
I didn't realize it was a series.
Ooh, how are you liking Iced Out? I keep seeing that go around as well. I need to read that. I need to read Mile High. I need to read The Longest Game by Rachel Reed and because I loved Heat of the Rivalry, so that's a continuation of their story. I need to read that already. Maybe I'll just do a hockey romance binge.
Yes.
That would be fun. I still haven't even read Power Plays. I have a few that I could just knock out that I need to read. Ooh, okay. Thank you. I'm excited about it. I've seen it on a few people's book reviews for the Readathon, so I want to read it. Oh my gosh. I'm kind of gobsmacked right now. I wasn't gonna tab any of this, but then it just kept getting wild. Sam. I can't say I can't believe it, but I'm just I'm shook and I'm really enjoying it.
That's good.
Kind of it does have Credence vibes. It does have Credence vibes.
Ooh, now I'm interested.
I think Tori said that. I think I remember somebody saying that Tori said that, and it does. I can definitely see that connection. I do like this better though. I'm reading Morally Corrupt by Veronica. They're completely different stories though. So it's not really, they're two completely different stories. But I'm reading Morally Corrupt by Veronica. It's unhinged. I love that word. Oh, stop it. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to add this.
That Morally Corrupt. Adding that.
Morally Corrupt. I'm adding that. My little black secret book is not in here. I am adding that. You said unhinged, telenovela. That's all I need to hear. Yeah, and mafia. You just put all the big words in here. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so excited. Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Those are all Tiff's trigger points right there.
I know. It's 20% already unhinged. I love it. And I love a man.
She's an assassin. He's a policeman. Yes.
What?
And her husband.
Oh, stop it. See, I'm supposed to be reading Business Casual after this. Oh, you guys,
This is what happens when the mood reading kicks in.
Right? I'm just going to add that to my Kindle. It's holding down a spot now because I'm going to read that. Woo, I'm so excited. I love Readathon. Okay, good. I thought you said that because I'm I can totally see that. I can totally see that. Mm-hmm. And I have to thank you, girl. She bought me this book. I'm reading this because she bought me this book. Thank you so much. I love it. I adore this. I am liking it a little. But they're two different stories, and I love how the romance aspect and the whole quagmire of who to be with. I don't know. Like she gets something different from each of them and she's growing as a person and she really does need to be under their care. So I love that element from both. Oh my God. I mean, Cynthia's okay. I think I'm stuttering because this might be a new to me author. Like she's an assassin. He's a cop, unhinged, mafia telenovela. Like I'm reading that. Oh my God.
The cover's pretty too.
I'm trying to figure out if I can wedge it in by the end of the month because I really want to read The Duke Gets Stupid by Joanna Shupe. That just dropped.
I've heard really good things about this one, Fairy Tale. One of my friends read it and really enjoyed it.
Fairy Tale. Now I'm looking that one up.
Yeah,
there's not an audiobook though. I've been waiting for the audio to come out for it.
Well, Between Wrath and Mercy by Jess Weisskopf, that's at the top of the list now that the audiobook is out.
Yep.
Jen has been singing its praises for it's time for me to read it. There's no excuse. The audiobook is out. Ooh, a dark gothic fantasy romance.
Dang, it's a chunky. Awesome. 772 pages.
I can read this during Pharaoh Feb though. I'm adding it. I feel like I'm going to be living my best bookish life for Pharaoh Feb. I have so many good books.
How dark are we talking about here? Like medium dark, hard, very dark. Like how dark are we talking?
We're all influenced. I have to. It's everything. It is. It's thick. But you know what? Lore by Lily Mayne, which is like, I'm obsessed with her Monstrous series. That's like almost 700 pages. And I feel like because Pharaoh Feb is a month long, this is the time to put everything that I found to be a little bit intimidating on my TBR.
Right.
And just read it and live. Like I was chunking between Wrath and Mercy, and now that the audiobook is out, I'm just gonna like live my best bookish fantasy life in the month of February and read all the what I consider to be poems. Because if it's 500 plus, that's what took me so long to pick this up, and it's like probably gonna be my favorite book that I picked up just because it was over 500 pages. That like gave me pause. So I'm gonna jump into them for the month of
Tiffany.
February.
We're gonna have the exact same TBR because I'm reading that for Pharaoh Feb too.
We need a buddy. We just need a buddy read. We just need a buddy read.
You're
That's
so funny.
Her books have a lot of triggers, Carrie.
Thank you. Sorry, for some reason my internet is freezing, so I'm hearing like half of conversations at this point.
Let's see. Okay, she's giving you the tea. So dark.
Thank you.
The first 10 pages, it's blood and violence. Carrie's okay with that.
I'm good with that.
Salt?
I'm good with that.
That's fine. Yeah, she's like, I'm like, Carrie's good with murder. We're fine with that.
I don't mind a little stabby stab in my romance.
Yeah, like she's good with that. Like,
yeah. I mean, cats could be rolling or whatever. It's fine.
Right. Is there any, dubious coercion, any
like something's taken against their will, assaulting, like that stuff.
Any crotch grabs, with
that's right. Stuff like that. I mean, even I can kind of hang with morally gray, but like, yeah, when it's full out like sexual assault, that's hard for me.
Oh, I think you might. I'll read it. I'm gonna read it. Ooh, parts are swoony. Dudes, you guys, I'm trying to stick to my TV.
Tiffany, you haven't even made your bingo board. It's fine.
That's true. I haven't. Because I'm like, I'm just going to squeeze it in there. I mean, this is like my 5th book. I think this is my 5th book. Yeah, my 5th book. But I need to like get it together here. Tomorrow's the last day. I cannot wait for the live show. I'll probably only be able to be on there for about an hour because I have to head out to work. But I'm excited to see what Crystal's been reading and discuss.
I won't be able to be on it. I forgot we have that's when the Crescent City live show is.
Bye, Sarah. Thank you for joining. Okay. Yes, I have. Okay. Yeah. A family saga series. Oh, that I want to read the book again. They're like 800 pages. I think we found a new author.
Do you feel like authors, their page counts are growing? Like they
They are.
started at like
A little
300
bit, yeah.
and now they're going to like 1,000. I'm like, I feel like they're growing.
But see, Jess reads fantasy. So I feel like you have that edge in terms of like page count. I've gotten used to reading like 320, 350. I read a lot of novellas, you know. So when it hits like, and I've noticed like they've gone from like 320 pages to 4 to 5. But I would rather that than them take one book, okay, that's 320 pages and cut it up into 3 pieces. And
yes, this is true.
And I understand we're running
100%.
small businesses here. I'm here to support that. They're going to get my money anyway. Let's just be real. I just prefer it to be one book. Or if it's a duet and it's really one book, I would prefer it. But I also have seen less of that, if I'm honest. Like Losers by Harley LaRoe, like I've only read the first part, but I really feel like that needed to be a duet. And I keep finding myself say that over and over. Like it feels like things are pausing when they really need to pause. Like even Jennifer Hartman's series, I felt like, I mean, it was that was a death drop of a cliffhanger, but it felt like after reading both of them, it felt like it needed to be 2 books to hold space for everything that they were dealing with. So at least I kind of noticed that with the duets. Like I don't feel like they've been money grabs or anything like that. It feels like appropriate for the stories that have been told, which I can't say for like 2021. There were so many duets where I was like, this doesn't need to be one. Just give me my book. Give me the whole thing.
Yeah,
I love the lattes.
That drives me nuts when you read a book and it's like they start on their journey and then the book ends. And you're like, did we get any sort of plot here?
Right? What's going on here? And I'm like, why are we still in what I feel to be the first act and it's book 2? Like what's happening? But you know, I love Legends and Lattes. It is such a cozy read. You're gonna get you some snacks that's gonna make you want to eat. I literally left the house to go get Cinnabons while I was reading. I'm serious. I went to go get Cinnabons. I listened to that on Anyplay actually. So I have to dedicate all my attention to it. Yeah. Same. Mel, I'm just thinking of doing fan fiction novella length fics for the Novellathon. Talk dirty to me. You better share what you're going to be reading. I actually want to pick out a few. I have a few one-shots that I do want to read and some shorter like fanfics. Because I have the same thing with my fanfics. Like I'm still in the middle of Compelled. I'm still in the middle of a lot of longer ones. I need to figure out a better tactic for knocking out tomes.
I feel like I've been reading Manacled for like 5 months now. Like I just can't finish it.
Right?
Yeah. It took me so long.
I did the same thing, Jess. I read a few chapters and then I would go back to just like my normal reading until I was like, that's it. And it took me 2 extra days. I just read that. But
it's great. Like I'm really enjoying it. It's just like I just can't finish it.
Right? You're like, what's going on? Same.
Is it because it's too long or?
It's really long.
Yeah, it's over 1,000 pages.
Yeah.
Now there's audiobooks. No, I love long books. I think too. It's like when you're in like a world that you love and the characters. I completely agree. Agree.
You don't want it to end.
Exactly. When you don't want it to end, especially when that happens.
All of ACOTAR, and those aren't super long, but like those books, I never wanted them to end. Like they were just so good.
I know people were like A Court of Silver Flames, which, you know, there's an argument for that it was really long. I just loved it. I'm like, I don't care.
I went into that book thinking I was going to hate it because I'm not a Nesta fan, but I ended up absolutely loving it.
Question. Do you like Elaine? No? Okay.
It's funny that the only issue I had, because you know Jen, my mid-pie friend Jen, she's gonna be like, I love Nesta, never say this, but the only thing I didn't like about that book was her working out on the stairs going down. You know what I'm saying? Like she could have taken a rug and rugged herself down those.
Oh, I know. That would have been a Nesta thing to do to find some like clever way to get around it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you're going downstairs, I don't know, maybe it's workout if there's thousands of them, but for me, I would have just snowboarded my way down
Right.
the stairs. Okay, sorry.
I wasn't expecting that book to be so spicy because I think that came out right after Crescent City, House of Earth and Blood, which isn't spicy.
Not at all.
But then
Not
this
at all.
one, I was like, ooh, this is another level.
I love
I think she's putting all her smut in this one and I don't know if we call it smut anymore as much as we call it spice, but she's putting all her spice in this one, and she's putting in Crescent City, there's really not a ton in that series. She's keeping it more fantasy.
I've noticed. Yeah, I definitely want to check out Fairytale. I'm again walking away with more.
I just looked at the author's Instagram, and her reels they look amazing.
You know, the SJM alum has, because I am eager to agree. I just had an issue with Elaine. I've always had an issue with Elaine, and I think she's a delicate flower. And I think her tending to the garden is a great illustration of that. And it bothers me because I always felt like she just leans to the hand that's feeding her. But this SJM along, I have softened to her a bit because I realized that, I think Jen was pointing out, it's not her fault that the people around her, the characters that I love so much, are willing to place her on that pedestal and sacrifice everything and put, Elaine as a label for it when it's really, their own aim. I get it, but I'm side-eyeing her and she better not get up on Azrael. Anyway, let me move on. I'm not going to start talking about this. I get too passionate.
I would love to talk about this.
Right? I'm I just, because I was after, Echo Stuff came out and we had specific chapters. Barnes and Noble had their chapter, so I'm trying to read all of it.
How did you feel about that Azrael bonus chapter though?
I don't like that people are trying to make something happen that doesn't need to happen. You know what I mean? That's not what I want for him. That's not what I want happening for him. So, I mean, I'm always eager to. There's two of you.
What?
Girl, I'm having all sorts of technical difficulties. If you guys are,
I haven't noticed Carrie though. I really haven't.
Yeah, you're not lagging or anything.
Okay, cool. I'm having all sorts of difficulties over here.
Okay, yes. But yeah, I was intrigued by it, but I don't want people to try to make fetch happen because that's not it. You know what I mean? That's not.
Yeah.
But Azrael and his shadows, he's a favorite. I can't wait for his book.
Girl, he was my favorite since the beginning.
Right?
Honestly, any sort of scarred hero is my thing.
Yeah.
God, he's just so. I've read a lot of fanfic with Azrael, so I can just get it from there, which is why I love it.
Oh.
I
don't get why people hate Nessa so much, but I'm the only half.
I felt the same way, Mel. I never hated her.
Me either.
I think it's how she treated Farrah in the beginning.
Yeah, you know what? And fair enough. I didn't like either. It's not that I didn't like them, but I understood Nesta a lot more because she was straightforward up front and in Farrah's face about how she was with her. I'd rather that. Okay? Tell me what I'm getting. Not this anyway. So, because I felt for Farrah, especially rereading the first book, it was oh my God, no one's helping you. No one else is going to pitch in. It's all on you. Jeez, man. Yeah. So good. I know everybody has their opinions, but I love that shit.
I'm going to be rereading the series in February, so we'll see.
I feel her moods. I love her reactions to people to get her to show emotions. Yes. I don't have so much thought about her. Yeah. Yeah. You just enjoy that series.
Yes.
And come to your own opinion. That's really what got me on board, because I reread it right before, Court of Silver Flames came out, because everyone had so many opinions about like Nesta, and I'm like, I need to just be in the know. I'm that type of person. Like, especially if there's a hype book, I want to read it. I want to know what everyone's talking about. I want to know. And so like I just binged it until that book came out, and it was everything. So
I'm lagging so.
Yeah, we all want Asriel's book. Ooh, Carrie, we're gonna hold out for you. Oh wow. This is so fun. I can't believe we just. Of course, we bring it back to SJM. I feel like we weren't meant to really like her. She hasn't gotten the main character treatment yet.
True.
That's true.
Good point. And see, that's the book I keep saying where people felt like they were shocked and amazed or challenged by like having Nesta's book. Elaine's book is going to be that for me. And I know she's going to endear me to her. I know that she's already had me soften. So I know she's going to do it. Woohoo!
Yeah, you're back.
Sorry, guys.
I feel your pain, Carrie. My internet has been terrible lately. So.
Oh my gosh. It's literally like, I know people are talking to me and I'm just smiling like this. Oh yeah. I mean, we talk about SJ. It's like it's torturous. We're talking about SJM and I can't say anything because I have no idea where the conversation is. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's like your worst nightmare come reality.
That's funny. Oh yeah, the casting.
See, I'm not excited for the show. I don't want to see an ACOTAR show because I just feel like it's never going to compare.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with how they have done other shows, if they mess with certain scenes, I'm gonna freak out.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like, oh heck no.
I think they know that too. Like, oh, Bargain with the Beast.
Never heard of that one.
Girl, let me just look real quick. She throws out bangers. She throws it out. So I'm just honoring that. Oh my God.
Just to let you guys know, if I don't respond, it's because I'm still freezing. So we're going to just see how this goes for the next however long.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm adding this.
That is quite a cover.
I know. It's a great cover.
Yes.
A lot of people do.
This cover.
For that. They prefer Cassian and Nesta over Feyre and Rhys. I get a lot of people saying that. That's no one can. I like Rhys and Feyre though, but hey,
I'm with you, Carrie.
Yeah, I'm like, I mean, I just feel like they're all a family, and I want it all. So like the bonus chapter, I just want everything. I know that in her mind, she knows where things are going. So I just love anything that she wants to give us. I want to consume and enjoy and love it. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm going to ride with it because she's going to make an argument for it and I'm going to be down. So I'm just here for it. I need her to continue though. This cover is, girl.
Bargain with a Beast, that one?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Let's see if we can get into it. Currently accepting applications.
Oh, wait, I have a different cover. Oh, I think I'm looking at a different one. Who's the author?
Naima Simone.
I was looking at a different one.
I mean, currently accepting applications to reenact. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to add that. This readathon is fine. I'm supposed to be clearing stuff out. Yes, dodge the spoiler. I mean, and then you can go back and rewatch the live shows, So from the SJM along, they're going to be doing rereads again. There's going to be another read along.
Yeah.
So this is a great time. It's always a great time to pick it up. So you can process it along with everybody. That's always fun. I always love book club. Currently reading Bait. Oh,
that is not fluffy.
That is not fluffy. I need cute monster romance. Yeah, that's Miss Ashley Bennett. I love Miss Ashley Bennett.
Yeah, Bait is like that book was wild when I first read it.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I did not know what to expect.
I know, oh,
I love them.
I agree.
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's 2:22. I have to head out for work. Or I have to start getting ready for work in the hall, lassoing in my attention. I'll probably be on Instagram the next 10 minutes, making sure I'm posting everybody's books. I might even create my bingo board, okay, today. I might actually do that. I need to do that. But I think we're going to close out here. We've been on here for 2 hours and 22 minutes. It went by.
It did. It went by really fast.
It went by really fast. I know I got a lot of reading done. I feel like it was productive. Oh
yes.
My gosh. Thank you for coming and joining us. There is going to be a live show, the wrap-up live show tomorrow on Crystal's channel. That's going to be at 5 p.m. MST. So I cannot wait to see Crystal and see what she's been reading and check in with everybody. And we hope that you can make it. Thank you so much for joining us. And we hope to see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Woo-hoo. Oh, wait. Bye.